Here we go with our August 9th, 2009 race. Brett Collins, Gary Miller in second. We have Russ Hockey, Melissa Stevens, Buddy Cotton, Matt Stevens, Chris Stevens, and Jesse Viblemore and Kenny Lindsley. And first lap, Buddy Cotton, who's in third place in the points, just goes all by himself into the buckwheat turn. I think we'll call that the official buckwheat turn now. The buckwheat tires. There's not too many weeds over there. I think they've all been destroyed by all the carts. We have a first-time rookie, coming with Kenny Lindsley. He will start in the very back. The points chase has Chris Stevens with a lead over Matt and Buddy third. Now Buddy has to go directly to the rear. Brett Collins looking for his second win of his career, which would be his second win in 3 weeks, or 2 weeks. 3. Stevens gets Matt. Matt tries to slingshot him back. And that was Zach, our first-time newbie. Zach Sawyer. Let's look at that one again. There it is again. Russell Hockey. He is, looks like he's trying to get a wheel under Matt and just loops it over. Oh, and oh, hits the inside hub. Russ Hockey almost took the win last week. Went from third to almost first on the very last lap. His car had to be inspected for nitro capsules or something under his seat, but he was clean. Brad Collins setting a bit of a fast pace here. Brad Collins, Gary Miller, Chris Stevens, Matt Stevens. The returning Kenny Lindsley staying up with the all-time vets that are all have been racing with the majority of the year. Here comes Kenny Lindsley, also trying to get by Matt as well. Matt gives a little bump to Chris. Chris looks back saying, I know you're there, you don't gotta bump me. Wow, we are close. As Gary Miller said, you can put a blanket over us. Brad, Gary, Chris, Matt, and Kenny Lindsley all bumper to bumper there. Kenny falling down a little bit there. Brad is taking an awfully low groove, leaving that top groove open. Back, trying. And, oh, just barely, oh. What is Kenny doing there? He's pumping his fist for something. Oh. And there is the rookie, Zach Sawyer, getting lapped. Jesse Bifflemore back for the first time in maybe 2007. Before that, he hadn't raced for maybe 8 years. Matt was able, Matt trapped Chris on lap traffic. We'll check that one again. That was a crazy one. The caution had come out before that wreck happened. Let's look at it again. Here it is again. Fred Collins hitting a few bumps. Same with Gary. Matt here does a slingshot. Actually, Chris catches his back end a little bit there. And, Gary and Fred, and then Chris hit Fred. Fred was a little sandwich there. Russ Hockey, what is he doing there? He's spinning out. The caution had come out before this happened. Maybe Fred slowed up because he saw the caution and no one else did. Everyone scattered. I believe maybe Fred was the only one that did see the caution.
I believe the caution light was on too.
Here it is again. Let's see. Fred. I don't know, Fred, I don't know if he saw the caution or not. But that wreck actually technically didn't happen. The caution was already out. And so nobody in the front got penalized. Everyone got to keep their spot. Caution did come out for the rookie Zach Sawyer, and we checked the tape, and didn't even need to check the tape. The caution come out. That was going to be confusing to try to unravel that if Zach Sawyer did not spin before that accident. Now everyone got to get their spot. Look at Matt now trying to show a wheel to Gary. He's trying to get him. Chris is right there. And Matt loses again. Matt keeps going for it. And now Matt bumps Chris and then Matt again. And now Russ gets back. And is Penny gonna get back too? Penny's getting in there too. And Matt is trying too hard here. He's losing positions trying to make the pass. We're so close. You really can't do it. Fred here pulling away going out to 3. Look at this. Now Russ showing a wheel to Chris. Brett Collins in the Galletta's number 9. Gary, look at Kenny and Matt side by side behind Russ. Kenny didn't look like he lost. He's not rusty the least bit as he's right up in the front after pretty much 2 years off. Nicoletta's, a lot of bumper to bumper. Now Matt slingshot down under Kenny. We're so close that there's no room to pass it. Here, Fred gets a little bit of a lead on Gary. There is a lot of bumping out there. And rookie Zach Sawyer, man, he took the passing flag as a very literal translation. He just let everyone by in a heartbeat. Oh, and Russell Hockey. He should have went to, and I score him in last if they do.
Well, the first thing I told Russ is,
And
he might have caused it, but we were all involved in it, so I thought all 3 of us should have went to the bat.
Kenny Lindsley, his throttle stuck, and he spun out Russ Hockey, and the 2 of them collected Matt. Buddy Cotton, who's 3rd place in the points and very close to Matt, he had a flat drive tire and he calls it quit. This will hurt him in the point race because he is very close with Matt. And the top 3 points, Chris, Matt, and Buddy, have all been very close all year, so this really hurts Buddy by leaving. Caution. I don't know what caused this one. Might have been the rookie again, I'm not sure. And this time it was Kenny Lindsley, the returning Kenny Lindsley, the 3rd. driving the number 2. And we once thought he was junior, so it's very confusing. And Gary there looking outside, and Fred almost jumped him on that restart. He thought better of it. Fred and Gary have been 1 and 2 for this whole race so far. They're picking up lots of points. Chris in 3rd. This is padding his lead to be in the top 3. Ross driving like a madman, side by side with Matt. Matt has a little more room to work now with Pasha back out. Fred has to be careful, starting really low. Gary might have been able to get him there. Fred taking awful low groove, but he's keeping his speed up pretty good. Kenny Lindsley now looking under Matt. Matt is slingshotting Russ. Wow, really close there under the light. Ooh, Kenny getting a lot of fight down in the low groove. Oh, and Gary makes a move on Fred, and Chris gets Gary. Now Gary side by side with Russ. That gives Gary some room. Oh, and Russ giving a little push to Chris. That slingshot's underneath Gary. There we go. And Kenny had the tire on Matt. Oh, and Matt there. The young one. Matt claims he stayed in his groove. Matt, bad luck for Matt this week. Actually, Matt has had a lot of good luck over the years. That's why he's been racking up all the points titles. He's having a little bit more bad luck this year than he has in previous years. Lap 28, Ogre Demand. The Ogre Demand 45. It was slated to be a 50 lapper with no heat, and Ogre demanded 45. This after We had a 50 scheduled for last weekend, and somehow it wound up being 60. Chris here now up to second, even though he is suffering with flu. Oh, Fred lost a lot of ground in two. Ross right now, Chris's bumper. Lots of bumps in turns 3 and 4, as you can see. Look at that now. Jesse Livermore is now staying up with the group. Jesse here, he was kind of nowhere to be seen, and now he's right up in the thick of things. He's getting used to the groove again. Oh, and Matt taking a slingshot in his old high school buddy, Jesse Livermore. Chris looking outside of Fred. Fred is fast, but he's going a little too low. And here, looks like Chris was going to go for it. We're also close. If you go for it and it don't work, it could be a wreck. Matt finally did get by his old school buddy Jesse. Now Jesse also fell behind more as Kenny got him. And here's Chris. Chris makes the move for the lead. And Russ follows him through. Oh, and Fred gets in the rush. Fred and Russ coming together there, battling for second. Russ now secures second. Gary and Fred finally gets back into the groove in time to prevent Matt from getting him. Now Chris is out, taking quite a lead. That gasket was leaking last week on the floor. It's set now. Ross kind of staying with Chris. Caution is out. This time it's for Fred and Matt. Matt again. Matt claims that Fred let off the throttle in the back straight. And they got hooked up. If Matt was a rookie, he'd be out. That's at least 3 cautions for Matt. New leader, Chris Stevens, suffering with flu-like symptoms. He's trying to hope that last lap will come. Chris here pulling away. Jesse Bivlamore had a carburetor problem. 5 laps to go. Wesley and Mini Me, Gary Miller style. Colin Miller. Complaining about his co-flagger, Colin. Ross staying with Chris last week. Ross thought Chris on a restart. Chris says it ain't gonna happen this week. Oh, and Rush! And Gary and Kenny. Gary and Kenny Lindsley got by him. Caution come out and for the incident, even though it probably shouldn't have come out. Gary Miller in second, back up to second after losing the position early. And Kenny here seemed like he lost ground coming out of 2. White flag out, 1 to go. Chris going for his second win. He spoke too soon. The caution is back out. The caution is back out. Stevens, Gary Miller for the second weekend, the second race, second time in 2 weeks, we have a white-green checker. Chris, Gary Miller, Kenny Lindsley, Russ Hockey, Matt Stevens, Melissa, Fred, and I think Jesse. And here it is. Your winner will be Chris Stevens, Kenny, Matt, and Russ side by side at 3. That was a close one. That was a real close one. Ooh, Brad there. Still racing. Wow, that is close. I don't know how we're going to call it from the angle. It's too hard to call.
Actually, that angle shows it kind of looked like from that.
Russ, Kenny, and Matt. That might be too close to call. Might be a 3-way tie. Matt might have got him, but it might be too close without a photo.
I thought I was pretty side by side with Ross, but that view shows that maybe
Chris joins Matt as the only 2-race winner so far in 2009. Before that, there was 10 different winners and 11 different features, I believe. Chris in the Galletta's number 4, which I guess has become his backup card again. Stomach bug night. 2 weeks in a row, the stomach bug winner wins.